Hi you guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you've had a good week so far. Today we are going to be chatting about motivation. I'm going to be tackling the definition of motivation. I'm going to be tackling why you need to stop asking other people to motivate you and why you need to stop relying and seeking out motivation in others, as well as some simple steps to just help you with motivation all round. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I have found a couple of definitions on the internet that I wanted to share with you guys just to help tackle this topic. So the first one I have is from verywellmind.com, and the definition is as follows. Motivation is the process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behaviors. It is what causes you to act. Motivation involves the biological, emotional, social, and cognitive forces that activate behavior. So it is basically the why behind why we do something, okay? It is the driving force behind why we as humans take certain actions. I then found another definition from positivepsychology.com, and it basically says the simplest definition of motivation boils down to wanting. So wanting a change in behavior, a change in environment, a change in relationships, a change in self-concept, a change in thoughts, a change in feelings, and a change in habits all around, okay? So what's really important when understanding motivation, for me at least, is just understanding that it is not tangible. Motivation is not something you can touch, it's not something you can feel, it's not something you can buy, it's not something you can put in your back pocket, put in your purse, save for a rainy day. You cannot do that. Motivation comes from within, okay? It is our reason as to why we do certain things, and it is also something that keeps us going. So in specific, I'm chatting about your fitness journey, your health journey, your weight loss journey, your weight gain journey, whatever your specific situation is. I am talking about your health and wellness all round, okay? So once you understand motivation and once you understand what it is, it's easier for you to tackle why you want to do certain things or achieve certain things, but also how you need to get there. Because it's great to feel motivated and inspired and super excited about a new training program or a new eating program or whatever the case might be. But the fact of the matter is that motivation doesn't last. You're not always going to feel motivated to do something, to achieve your goals, to go to the gym, to drink your water, to eat your salads. You're not always going to feel motivated to do those things. And that's why it's important for you to understand that motivation is the reason why we want to do something. So let's just take, for example, you want to get fit. Your goal is to get fit. You need to understand why you have that goal of wanting to get fit. Is it because you're uncomfortable in your body? Is it because you're uncomfortable in your skin? Is it because you're lacking confidence? Is it because you aren't strong? You struggle to walk up a flight of stairs when going to university? What is your reasoning and what is your why behind wanting to get fit? Same applies with losing weight or gaining weight or whatever the case might be. You need to figure out your why, because when you figure out your why, those are essentially your motives as to how you're going to achieve those goals. But it's so important for you to understand that in the beginning, you're going to feel so excited and very encouraged, but things are going to get difficult. We're not always going to want to do the things we need to do to achieve those goals. And you're going to lose that super excitedness and that very, very cheery phase, basically I like to call it the honeymoon phase of your journey. And it's going to get difficult because you're not always going to want to do it. That wantingness, that motivation essentially is going to fade away. And you're going to get into a place where you actually need to rely on the habits you build and the discipline within and the self-control within to actually take those steps to achieve your goals. So it's important for you to understand that motivation comes within, in your heart, in your gut, in your brain. I don't know where it comes from, but it comes within. It doesn't come from other people. The bottom line for me is really as simple as you either want it or you don't. If you want this journey badly enough, you're gonna make it happen. No matter how difficult it is to get there, you will take those steps to get there. But if you aren't desperate enough to lose your weight or get fit or run that 5-kilometer race or build the muscle, like there's nothing more anyone can do for you. And that is why you need to stop asking other people to motivate you. Especially me. Guys, stop sending me messages asking me to motivate you. I can't do it for you. I just can't. I wish I could. And it's also important for you to understand that I'm also not always motivated. I don't always want to go to the gym. I don't always want to eat well. I don't always want to look after my health. But the bottom line is as simple as this. If I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for me. It's part of my life. You have to make it part of your lifestyle, because if you don't do that, then essentially you're just never going to achieve your goals. It's actually just a case of gritting your teeth through those really, really hard times of not wanting to do it, and fighting through and waking up early and going to the gym and eating well and looking after your health and nourishing your body even when you don't want to do it, because eventually it becomes habit and you break those bad habits that you might have had a year ago or a couple months ago of you eating McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and sitting on the couch rather than doing your squats and whatever the case might be. It's breaking those habits and sticking to the plan and staying disciplined, because motivation does not last. It is temporary, I promise you. And me and other people and any person you ask is not going to be able to just magically, boom, there you go. There's some motivation, flick it on ya. That's just not how it works. So you can watch all the inspiring videos and you can listen to all the motivational talks, but still, if you do not make that decision within to make the change and want to make the change, there is nothing more anyone can do for you. It's also not your coach's job to make you motivated. I have other coaches, clients messaging me all the time saying my coach doesn't motivate me, and I'm just sitting there like, you know what, it's not your coach's responsibility. It's their responsibility to give you the tools, to help you, to educate you, to give you the knowledge, to do their best in terms of loving you and being compassionate and listening and really walking those steps with you. But it is not their responsibility, and it is not my responsibility either to keep you motivated, because like I've said a million times in this video already, it comes within, and you should not put that expectation on somebody else. It is not your sister's job, your mom's job, your boyfriend's job, your husband's job, your girlfriend's job. It is nobody's job to keep you motivated but yourself, especially if you are serious about your goals. So stop seeking it in other people, because the bottom line is they will not be able to give it to you. Okay, sorry for the tough love little speech there. Moving on into the second part of this conversation that I wanted to have, and that is just some basic little tips that you guys can use to try and get you inspired and motivated, even though the bottom line really is as simple as habit building, discipline. You either want it, you either don't want it. Those are basically my 3 topmost little things, but there are some basic little other things we can try and get you to that. So the first things first is setting some goals, setting realistic goals. If you guys don't know how to do that, go check some of my videos. I have posted a video that helps you set realistic goals. So if you have realistic goals and if you have a clear picture of where you want to go, naturally we feel a little bit more inspired to make them happen, because they've been written down, they're on paper, and just by putting it down, we know we have somewhere to go. It's quite difficult to try achieve something when you don't know what that something is. So you need to know what your clear goal is, what your clear picture is, and that is one way to just help you stay a little bit more motivated, because you're going to want to achieve what you've put down. Number 2, having a workout buddy or a friend or someone to help keep you accountable. That can be a coach, that can be your mom, your dad, it doesn't matter who it is, but just having a good support system that can help you through the tough times. Like I said, you cannot rely on them to motivate you, but they can be there to support you and encourage you. And when you don't feel like working out, they can just cheer you on from the sidelines. That definitely helps, knowing someone's there to love and care for you. My tip number 3 is to maybe have a little bit of a reward system in place. This doesn't work for everyone. So a reward system is always a nice little way of keeping motivated. So for example, no matter what your goal is, let's say you want to run a 5-kilometer race, but you can't even run 500 meters without stopping. So we can have your first goal as run 1 kilometer without any stops, and you can buy a new gym outfit. And then your next goal can be, okay, run 2.5 kilometers in 20 minutes and your reward can be book a little getaway holiday or just something like that. It doesn't need to be that exactly. Obviously everyone's different, so it needs to be tailored to you. But to have a little reward system, because I find when I have a little reward system for me, no matter how big or small it is, naturally I stick to it more. So that can definitely help you just to get yourself going. My fourth little tip is to think about the benefits and to think about the rewards and to not think about how difficult it is. Because when you're constantly thinking about how good you're gonna feel, how confident you're gonna feel, how much stronger you're gonna be, how much fitter you're gonna be, rather than thinking of like, oh my gosh, I've got to gym for 30 minutes every day, oh my gosh, I can't eat 10 donuts a day, oh my gosh, I really don't feel like sweating in this heat, or oh my gosh, I don't want to wake up early. When you think of all the negatives and you don't think about the positives and actually the benefits you're going to be reaping, then naturally you're going to get demotivated by doing that. So try to stick to the light, stick to the positives, stick to what you will be gaining, think about that daily, and try your hardest, no matter how difficult it is, to keep thinking about the good in this, not the bad, the perceived bad. My next little tip would be to start small. You know, don't try bite off more than you can chew. Start small, build it up daily, build it up weekly, build it up monthly, and naturally you can get the ball rolling. But you don't want to start too big and then you're unable to achieve something and then you feel really, really down and out because of it. Okay. And then lastly, the bottom line really is just as simple. In reminding yourself that the bottom line is as simple as like, you either want it badly enough or you don't. I know it's such a tough conversation to have with yourself. I often have to have the same conversation with myself and I have to say to myself, Vix, do you really want this badly enough? Because clearly you don't. You're not putting things in place and you're not getting it done because you actually just don't care about it. And I promise you, it's not a nice conversation to have. But then you sit down, you have that conversation, it's over, it's done with, and you take your next step forward. So the bottom line really is just realizing that it is up to you to make a change in your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, your body, your physique, your strength levels, your everything, your happiness, your relationships, your life, your studies, everything. No matter what you want to achieve in this life, although this video is tailored or specifically made for your fitness journey, no matter what you want to achieve in life, it is only going to happen if you decide to make it happen. And just understanding motivation and excitement will not always last. Therefore, you need to build habits. You need to be disciplined. Even when you don't want to do it, you just get it done. And day after day after day of getting it done, eventually it just becomes part of who you are. And eventually you just start to achieve your goals and that excitement comes back a little bit. And you just understand that this is part of your lifestyle for the rest of forever. Okay, I'm done. Sorry for a little bit of a tough love. Felt like this video really resonated with you and there's a friend that might need to hear it. Please share, like, comment, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you enjoyed today's video and I will catch you tomorrow for a free workout video, and then on Friday or Saturday, I don't know, it depends on how long editing takes me, I'm going to be doing a little grocery haul with Josh. We are pretty much emptying out our fridge at the moment. I want to go into this vlog style video with a completely empty fridge so you guys can see what it's like and how much money we spend on food and what we buy and the essentials that we go through. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a free workout video. Bye!